Hey guys, how's it going? Spinosaurus the King here, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 Jurassic Park movies that have never made the big screen, so let's get started. So coming at number 10, Jurassic Park IV, the human dinosaurs concept. So in the mid-2000s, the director of Jurassic Park III, Joe Johnston, had a crazy idea of turning dinosaurs into weapons to kill off drug dealers and terrorists. Joe Johnson hired a famous concept artist named Carlos to draw some human dinosaur hybrids. This idea seems cool, but I think this is going a bit too far with human dinosaur hybrids, to be honest. But this idea eventually got scrapped and never made the big screen, which I'm assuming a lot of people are happy about since dinosaur human hybrids are just insane. So coming at number 9, Jurassic Park IV, the John Sayles script. So for this next scrapped idea for the fourth Jurassic Park movie, there was a man named Nick Harris who was in the military and was sent to Isla Nublar by John Hammond to get the DNA Barbacell can that Dennis Nedry left behind since he got killed by a Dilophosaurus. The plan was they were going to use it to create new dinosaurs out of the DNA Barbacell, so they would be able to kill off some old dinosaurs that have been somehow got into the mainland that have been killing people off. I personally find this plot pretty insane, but a new company had apparently taken over the island and cloned dinosaurs that follow human orders, which is interesting. They were able to follow human commands and orders due to these dinosaurs having human DNA in them. These were none other than a new breed clone of velociraptors. These velociraptors even were given names such as Hector, Spartacus, Achilles, Orestes, and Persis. I don't know if I said these right, but there was also something bad that went wrong with the Dilophosaurus that was armored and an Ankylosaurus that flew out of the sky and landed on the ground ready for combat to fight bad people. This is honestly a very interesting plot, and this is probably where the militarized route started for this Jurassic Park franchise. Coming at number 8, Jurassic Park III, the college student draft. Not too much has been revealed about this plot for Jurassic Park 3, but I will tell you the information that was. So the movie was written by Craig Rosenberg in the late 90s. A group of teenagers were on a boat and they accidentally ended up on Isla Sorna. Alan Grant would be in this movie. However, Joe Johnston said that this idea was scrapped due to an idea that became lame at the end due to him not thinking that people would want to see a movie with weird teenagers stranded on Site B, also known as Isla Sorna. Coming at number 7, Jurassic Park IV, the Planet of the Apes draft. This film was actually going to be directed by Colin Trevorrow. The plot would have been people in China discovering a new fake dinosaur in the opening scene called the Malusaurus, which would destroy a Jurassic Park theme park basically, and the main characters would have been Whitney and Vance instead of Owen and Claire in this film. Colin himself said there would be a scene with Vance jumping out of the helicopter with a pack of raptors ready for military and combat to catch drug dealers in Colombia, which is a pretty strange plot to be honest. However, this is kind of interesting how they want to use dinosaurs in the military, and I kind of find it interesting, because apparently the Malusaurus, it wouldn't be a hybrid. They would just make up some fake dinosaur that they actually discovered in China. And I also find that the Indominus Rex in this movie, it wouldn't be in it. There would be something similar called the Diabolus Rex, and it would look more like a Giganotosaurus than the Indominus Rex looked, which is actually very fascinating because I never expected they would do this. I recently found this information out due to some research and due to Clayton's top 10 Jurassic Park movies we never got to see. Coming at number 6, Jurassic Park, the Malleus Scotch Marmot script. So this next movie was actually the original plot for the first Jurassic Park movie before they changed the final script. Malleus Scotch Marmot was the writer for this script. This movie was supposed to even have some comedy in it as well. This movie had some insane ideas as well, that in fact Site A forest was growing Site A forest was growing very fast, and the park workers had to use fire flamethrowers to prevent the plants from overcovering the visitor center, and the raptor paddock was actually supposed to be more into the ground, more than above the ground in this movie, which is kind of interesting. Ian Malcolm was not going to be in this film. Instead, it was going to be a guy named Donald. And then John Hammond was going to be like a god in this film for some weird reason. Because, I mean, he kind of looks like a god, so I guess that's not too unexpected. And he would have fell down in a puddle when they were on a helicopter to get off the island, and he would have died by suffocating to death. And then as he died, you'd see a mosquito sucking on his blood, kind of like what dinosaurs did 65 million years ago, and kind of how they brought back the dinosaurs to life in the Jurassic Park franchise. But, you know, that's very interesting, and, you know, I'm kind of glad. I don't really like this script. I'm kind of glad they didn't do it, because I do like the original Jurassic Park the way it is, so I'm really happy that they didn't change the final script for Jurassic Park. So coming at number 5, Jurassic World Ancient Futures. So this movie was supposed to be the original script for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, also known as Jurassic World 2. And it was very different than what we saw in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So Colin Trevorrow said that they were going to take the dinosaurs off Isla Nublar and actually bring them to England instead of Northern California, because like a while back when Fallen Kingdom was coming out, a lot of people kept on telling me that they're going to be taking them to England, and then other people telling me they're taking them to California. So I guess originally they actually were going to take them to England, but it got the plot got changed eventually. And the majority of the movie would have taken place on the boat rather than the mainland and rather than on the island. It would have been dinosaurs causing chaos on the boat, which would be kind of interesting. And the reason this script got canceled is Colin Trevorrow thought this movie would go more into Jurassic World 3 than what Jurassic World 2 was supposed to be. So that is why they scrapped this idea for the Jurassic World 2015 sequel. So Steven Spielberg said that we should take the dinosaurs to California instead of England. So Colin Trevorrow's idea was England, and Steven Spielberg's idea was California, Northern California to be exact. And apparently Dr. Ian Malcolm would have been on the boat thinking they were taking the dinosaurs to Isla Sorna and not the mainland, due to, protect the people, because we do know we don't want dinosaurs on the mainland. But then soon he'd be tricked, and then he'd be like, what the heck? Why are dinosaurs being taken to the mainland? Well, let's just take them to Isla Sorna, which I totally understand. Maybe it's best they should have taken the dinosaurs to Isla Sorna rather than the mainland, to be honest with you guys. Coming at number 4, Jurassic Park, the Michael Crichton draft. So for this movie, Michael Crichton wouldn't have been like the screenplay. This version, he would have been more like the novel itself, and he would have even been possibly even the director of this film. The movie would have started out with the compy attacking a young girl, and in the script, Alan Grant was going to poison the raptor eggs to kill them off, because he doesn't like velociraptors because of how dangerous they are, and John Hammond was going to be killed off in a different way than he died in the Jurassic Park novel. So when the raptors were in the visitor center, John Hammond would have distracted them so Lex and Tim could get away while the raptors killed John. And apparently as he died, he would have said, "Welcome to Jurassic Park," as he did like in the first movie, which is pretty insane. Like, him just saying that while he dies is like, oh my god. I'd be screaming my ass off. I wouldn't be saying "Welcome to Jurassic Park" if I was being killed by raptors or just any dinosaur in general. Coming at number 3, The Lost World Jurassic Park, the original version. So in this version of Jurassic Park 2, there wouldn't have been dinosaurs taken to San Diego, and John Hammond's funeral would have been taking place on a winter day. Dr. Ian Malcolm would have had a cane with him due to his injury from the first film of the T-Rex causing him to break his leg by falling down really bad. And Dr. Ian Malcolm would have went to Isla Sorna for a different reason rather than to save his girlfriend Sarah Harding. He would have been there for his own needs and to check something out. There was supposed to be a paleontologist named Dr. Judson, and he would have been debating with the guy who studied Pachycephalosaurus in the movie of different dinosaur studies. He would have worked with Roland Tembo to hunt down the buck Tyrannosaurus Rex near a village that had a rock with hot lava on it, and then nearby there was actually a village with a nest of where a pack of pteranodons actually lived, and the pteranodons would eventually attack the helicopter that would come to take the humans back to the mainland and save the humans basically from the pteranodons and the T-Rex. And the Lost World Raptors would also be involved with this, and they would attack the humans near the village, and then Roland Tembo would use his rifle to kill off the velociraptors and say, hey guys, let's get the hell out of here and let's go back to the mainland because there's too many, dinosaurs on this island. Which I don't blame him, because we all know Roland Tembo is an expert at capturing dinosaurs and also hunting them as well. Coming at number 2, the Steven Spielberg version of Jurassic Park IV. Part of the plot would have been compies causing a threat to humans living on Costa Rica, so people would go to Costa Rica to find out what is causing the island to be in danger. The team of soldiers would have been led by Ian Malcolm and Alan Grant. They would soon find out the dinosaurs that were breeding so much, it was causing them to migrate to different islands around the world due to them breeding a lot. So the plot of this movie was to stop dinosaurs from migrating all over the world so that they don't take over the planet and kill all the humans off. This movie script writer would have been William Monahan. Steven Spielberg even said this himself. He wished that this plot was actually the plot for the 3rd Jurassic Park movie instead of the 4th Jurassic Park movie, which I find kind of interesting, to be honest. And finally, coming at number 1, Jurassic Park III, the original shooting script. So to start off, Jurassic Park III original plot was actually supposed to be quite different than what we saw on the big screen. However, 5 weeks before they started filming Jurassic Park III, they scrapped this idea and came up with something else in mind. So originally, Billy Brennan and Alan Grant would have been investigating what has been killing people off on the mainland in Costa Rica. Amanda Kirby's name would have been Simone, and Paul Kirby's name would have been Paul Roby, and he would have been a rich businessman, and then there would be a military man, which was Cooper. Then Eric Kirby would have been named Miles. They would have crash landed onto this island, and they would have had to survive against velociraptors while they stay in a laboratory. And then pteranodons would have been the birdcage scene. It would have been a lot more intense, and the mystery would eventually be solved on what was killing what was killing humans on the mainland, which was actually pteranodons. This plot seems cool, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I like the original version of Jurassic Park. Well, not the original version. The next version they made of Jurassic Park 3 better, because I do think that plot was really good. I know a lot of people out there don't like it, but I personally do like it. But then, they changed it to that script. But anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Out of these 10, which of these 10 do you wish that we got to see in an actual movie, since we didn't get to see any of this? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Before I end this video, I'd like to thank my YouTube team, Patrik, Cauan, my 2D animator, David Church, my director, BK Go Crazy, my Spino buddy, GEM as James Ever Macdonald, my YouTube reactor, Zane Chiller, my first friend of the Jurassic Park community on Instagram, and Ellis, my drawer, Allosaurus Boy, my comedian, and Sarthak Sharma, my best friend in real life. Guys, if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you can all consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again, and also turn on the notification bell so you're alerted for my next video. Leave a like, share with all your friends and family, post a comment, and rate, and do the exact same for my YouTube team. And have a nice day, everyone.